Okay. This is our system that we've built for basically a drawable interface for interactive music performance. It basically consists of a tripod, a Kinect, a string, and this white poster board and sheets of paper for drawing, and of course a marker. So we can start it up. And we have 4 screens here. I can explain what they do, sort of. So the top left we have the live depth feed from the Kinect. The bottom left we have the RGB feed with the rectangles showing you exactly where you can draw, where the system will recognize drawings. The top right is the sort of padded and thresholded image that gives you an idea of what the system is seeing. The bottom right is sort of the classifications for each instrument, for every shape that you draw. So right now it's recognizing these quadrilaterals. So the idea is basically you draw things and interact with them to play music, to play notes. And so you can the notes that you can play are basically decided by 4 parameters. The shape type. Well, let me just show you. Okay, yeah. So the shape type it can be one of 4 types of instruments. It can be a string, a triangle, which is sort of woodwinds, a circle, which is drums, and a quadrilateral, which is like piano key or chimes. So I can go ahead and show you that. So I can draw piano key. System recognizes it, and I can interact with it. So besides shape, it's also the pitch of the note, the key that you make is sort of determined by its size. So there are 7 keys or 7 notes that sort of work right now. It's the middle C octave, so it runs from C to B. Always the largest thing you draw is mapped to middle C. So and then every other note of that category is mapped sort of relative to that note. So if I make something about half as big, it should give me a note that's sort of halfway down the octave. And another thing is that sort of it attempts to be sort of intuitive. So larger keys are going to be lower notes, smaller keys are going to be higher notes. The same thing goes for strings. I guess I forgot to demonstrate the different shapes. So you can have triangles, strings, and drums. So the system recognizes it. There we go. Whoops. Another thing that I forgot to mention is that it sort of auto updates. So when the system doesn't detect a finger in the screen, it is automatically updating the shapes that it tries to classify. When it does detect a finger, it stops updating so that you can interact without screwing up the shapes, the canvas, with your fingers. So yeah. And I can also turn off this live feed so I get a little bit of reaction time. So then 2 other parameters. Those parameters decide sort of the shapes, and then we track the 2 parameters of interaction. One is the velocity of your fingers to sort of decide how loud and how long it lasts. So you get an idea there of that. And also it tracks sort of the approach of your finger as being either vertical or horizontal. So you can approach from the top or from the side, and you get slightly different sounds. Oh, it's taking that as it's classifying that now. Oh, it's because it auto updates. Okay, so yeah. And we have a piano that we can put in here. And yeah, that's it.